Let's talk about keeping your mid-engine masterpiece in mint condition. If your Corvette is equipped with these available features, they will work together to help you avoid incidents and reduce crash damage while driving, backing up, and parking. Some driver assistance features alert the driver of obstacles by beeping. Most settings can be turned on or off by going here to Settings. Let's go over the assistance systems for parking and braking. First, the HD rear vision camera. When you shift into reverse, your infotainment display will show the area behind your vehicle as filmed from a camera above your license plate. Rear Park Assist helps you back up at low speeds. It beeps to let you know you're approaching a detected object, and 5 beeps sound when an object is very close. The available curb view camera is also for low speed, under 8 mph maneuvering. The infotainment screen displays a view of the area in front of the vehicle, including a top-down image and left and right images. The front cameras can be activated by the button in front of the driver mode selector. Buttons at the bottom of the screen here allow you to modify the view from the front cameras.
If you go up to a 2LT or a 3LT, you can get rear cross traffic alert. It will warn you that there is traffic coming from both the left-hand and the right-hand side.
Available side blind zone alert displays a warning symbol on the left or right side mirror when a moving vehicle is detected in that side blind zone area. Also, the symbol flashes as an extra warning if you turn your signal on in the direction of the detected vehicle. The available rear camera mirror provides a wider, less obstructed field of view than a traditional rear view mirror to assist when driving, changing lanes, and checking traffic conditions. This can be turned on and off here, and you can also press and release this button to select the brightness, tilt, or zoom feature adjustment.
Well, we are committed to making a supercar, making the best performance car we can. We also want to make sure this vehicle is really safe.
Basic maintenance, in some ways, it's even easier than previous generations of Corvette. While the car is a mid-engine supercar, we want to make sure that costs of ownership and maintenance are not supercar territory.
Such a beautiful machine should be lovingly cared for. Oil changes and transmission fluid checks can be done by your dealer's trained service people. If you plan to do your own oil changes, you'll find Corvette was designed with easy access openings under the car for the oil drain and filter, so the closeout panels do not need to be removed to do an oil change.
New for the 2020 Corvette is a dry sump tank on the new LT2 engine. With this improved lubrication, we no longer require that the customer take the car to the dealer at 500 miles to do an oil change. Now your first scheduled maintenance will be at 7,500 miles.
Factors including temperature, miles driven, and driving conditions can cause the fluid life to vary. The transmission filter must be changed during your first oil change. Transmission fluid should be changed at 45,000 miles. A computer indicates when to change the oil or transmission fluid. When that happens, it's best to have the work done as soon as possible. One of the best ways to take care of your new Corvette is to let your dealer help.
You can't explain driving this new Corvette. You've got a new engine, a new transmission, you've got the mid-engine. There's a lot of newness about this vehicle that makes it revolutionary.
Let's do a once-over of this once-in-a-lifetime vehicle. First, some interior conveniences. We have the glove box, which locks when in valet mode. There's an accessory power outlet here under the glove box for cell phones and other chargeable accessories. The center console storage compartment can be accessed by pressing this button. USB and auxiliary ports are inside. This compartment locks with the car and in valet mode. The electric parking brake is located here and can always be activated even if the ignition is off. This is how you use the available lumbar adjustment and bolster adjustment. The available head-up display control is here, to the left of the steering wheel. To pair a phone, use the infotainment screen and select the phone icon, then Connect Phone, Add Phone. Now from your phone's Bluetooth setting, select the name of the infotainment screen and follow the instructions. For NFC pairing information and more, see your infotainment system manual. Now for the doors. If you've got your key fob within 3 feet of the door handle, just grip and press the door handle touchpad. If the vehicle has lost battery power, you can open the door manually with a key. If you're inside the vehicle and power is lost, to open the door, pull up on the emergency door release handle located on the floor next to the door sill. Here's where you release the hatch, or trunk. You can also use your key fob, or press the release touchpad here when the vehicle is unlocked. To close it, you just pull part way with light force, and it'll go the rest of the way on its own. You can open the hood with the release button when the vehicle is in park. You can also press twice on the remote key, or locate the touchpad in the grille opening near the driver's side headlamp. Press it once to release the hood. With any of these approaches, you'll then need to lift the hood slightly until it automatically raises and holds. Opening the hood with no electrical power should only be done in an emergency. Then you'll use the manual release cable located by the brake pedal. The hood is not heavy enough to latch under its own weight. It will remain open until the striker is pushed into the latch. Firmly press down on the front edge of the hood until it clicks twice. To access the battery, first the right hand and left hand side shields need to be removed. Then remove the second cover assembly. If your Corvette isn't driven weekly or the battery is disconnected or drained, you may want to opt for the battery maintainer package. Just plug it into a standard electrical outlet and then into the underhood accessory power outlet. It's recommended to use a battery maintainer.
And you just keep that connected while you have your vehicle stored, so there's no worries when you go to start your vehicle after it's been stored for weeks or months, and you can hit the road.
But if you don't have one and plan to use your Corvette infrequently, you can remove the negative cable from the battery to keep it from running down. When the battery power is restored, the windows will need to be indexed by cycling them up and holding up for a second. If you ever have a loss of power, see your owner's manual. Lastly, do not take your Corvette through an automatic car wash. Some car washes may damage the wide wheels and tires and aren't compatible with Corvette's ground clearance.
The safest thing to do is to hand wash your brand new baby.
Viscosity is a virtue for your Corvette. Your best bet is to have your dealer handle maintenance, but this is a primer if you plan to handle it yourself.
To check the oil on the 2020 Corvette, you will actually leave the engine running to do this. Just let it at idle. You want to make sure that the engine's warm. You'll walk back to the engine compartment, grab the dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert it into the tube and pull it back out and compare it to the hash marks on the dipstick.
If the oil is below the cross-hatched area, add a quart of the recommended oil through the oil fill cap opening here, then recheck the level. For convertibles, press lock and the convertible top buttons on the key fob to open the tonneau and access the oil fill dipstick and coolant fill covers. Make sure the covers are sealed after use. Using engine oil approved to the proper specification and viscosity grade is crucial. To check your coolant, be sure the system is cool and that the vehicle is on a level surface. Check to see if coolant is visible in the coolant surge tank. If the coolant inside the coolant surge tank is boiling, do not do anything else until it cools down. If the coolant is low, add the precise mixture of 40% Dex Cool coolant and 60% clean drinkable water, or take the vehicle to your dealer for service. The wiper fluid reservoir is located here. If you will be using your Corvette in temperatures that may fall below freezing, use a fluid that has sufficient protection against freezing. We've been walking you through things on this coupe, but a convertible is laid out a little bit differently. You check the oil here, the coolant here, and the wiper fluid is in the same place, under the hood.
We know that a lot of customers enjoy working on their cars, and we try to make the Corvette no exception to that.
Avoid the pain of an obstacle with the push of a button. Speed bumps, steep driveways, and more can be overcome with available front lift. If your vehicle is equipped with this available feature, be sure you're going no faster than 24 miles per hour,
Front lift is an optional feature we have on this vehicle. It is a 2-stage hydraulic lift where with the touch of a button, it will raise the front end of your car about 2 inches in under 3 seconds.
Once you're over the obstacle, press the button to lower it, or it will lower on its own once you've exceeded 24 miles per hour or turn the vehicle off. The system can remember up to 1,000 locations using GPS navigation in the vehicle. During a driver-requested front lift, use the 4-way pad located on the steering wheel to remember or dismiss that location. The same 4-way pad is used to delete a stored location. If you get the message lift system unavailable, it could be that a door or the hood is open, or that you're driving faster than 24 miles per hour. It could also be that there were too many lift requests in a short period of time. And of course, all of this information and more can be found in your owner's manual.
That's another example of what we've learned from customers. They say, you know, I like the looks of the car, I like the sportiness of it. I don't like when it scrapes when I go in my driveway. What can you do about it? And so that's something we did about it.